There's Amy, you guys.
Hi, Amy. Welcome.
Sorry, you get the crazy mom look tonight.
Oh, it's a Monday night. Yeah, we all kind of look. We're just happy to be here. Well, hey, my name is Sherry Fredericks, and welcome to our weekly Zoom team call. And our, oh goodness, I have to add some people in here. Our topic for tonight is fundraising, even though it's like, I just want to go over everything that we saw at Lead Strong, but that is for another time. But before we get into fundraising, and Barbara's gonna share with us her success with her latest fundraiser.
And Amy and Barb did it together, so.
Yep, she's got her together. And then I'm gonna share what I do. But before we get to that, I just want to say I'm glad you're here. And hey, Bria, look at you, girl. Down at the bottom, Laura and Anna. Welcome, welcome. We are going to talk recognition. So I am going to, I'm having to watch who's coming in. Anyway, I'm going to go to share screen. I just want to shout out. You can see that in the month of January, we had some hot tamales. So top sales in first line. Look at Diana. She's like consistently hitting 3,000. Amy was over 3,000 and Lisa Burns was over 3,000. So congratulations on a strong January. I know Lisa's on. Are you listening, Lisa?
I'm listening. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, congratulations. Then we're gonna move to the entire team, and our Angie was over $8,000. Woo-hoo! Way to go, Angie.
Stop, Angie.
Thank you.
And then there's Diana, and then Amy Rollinger was just over 3,000 as well. So that's amazing in January. I mean, everybody eats, but that was really a great January. And then our top sponsor was Debbie Jensen, and she sponsored 7.
Wow.
I don't think Debbie's on the call, but anyway, so way to go, you guys. I always share the top 10 in the newsletter and on the team page, but it's exciting to see those great numbers. So, all right, so let's get back to, okay. So let's talk victories. I'm gonna limit it to 2 today. This evening, only because we have so much more to cover. So who has a business-related victory they would like to share?
I have one.
Yeah, go ahead, Sheila.
So,
Oh, you're on mute.
can't you read my lips?
I'm not that good at that. No.
My sister-in-law messaged me today that she wanted to place an order for her daughter for a bridal shower gift. And I just got off the phone with her about 15 minutes ago, and she gave me a $200 order.
Wow.
Sheila, is this like a family affair for you?
Yes, but this is the other side. This is my in-law on my other side. So
I was assuming you're going to recruit from that side now.
I should. That's my next goal.
Congratulations, Sheila. Did she order like a lot of stuff from the new catalog, or maybe she didn't even know what the catalog was about?
She had the fall winter catalog, so she ordered a bunch of things from there, and then I made a couple suggestions out of the new catalog. So
Good.
yeah.
Yummy.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Where's the jelly?
Awesome. All right. Sheila had a great victory. Those are always fun orders. Who else? One more person who wants to share. You guys all look so serious. Anyone want to share a business-related victory, big or small?
I was booking a party, that's why I was late.
Twyla, you were booking an online party?
Yes.
Good job, Twy.
Way to go, Twy. Twy and Shishi. So raise your hand. This is a little bit off the bunny trail, but if you've watched Schitt's Creek
Oh, yeah.
on
Yes.
Netflix, so
Second time.
yeah, we started watching it
Yeah.
Saturday night the second time around. But anyway, Twyla is Twy and Sheila is She. Not that she's on, but anyway, sorry. So, okay, so great job, Twyla. When is that online party for?
I think it starts like right away and runs like through next week.
Oh, it's even better. You're gonna just rock it.
Awesome.
Okay, right away.
So Twyla, are you, I have a couple parties to start, but I was waiting until I could get the spring sample boxes out and that stuff. Are you just, I mean, how are you doing it exactly? Or are you just,
Well, she's done one before. She actually lives in Florida.
Oh.
So I may send her some samples, but she just loves the product. So she'll
yeah,
just go.
she just knows it's good.
Use what
Okay.
she has. Yeah.
So,
It's
Andrea,
tasty.
you don't have to
I
set
seen them in there. I snooped when I got home.
it or what?
Well, there you go.
Okay, so
I just wish I knew what some of the stuff tastes like. I'm afraid to post without knowing.
Is Tyler gonna watch cattle? Or
Oh,
what?
good.
guys, sorry. It's like, well, Andrea, 100% satisfaction always. So I wouldn't wait. Like I have 5 online parties starting tomorrow. And I'm Miss Schaefer, Ms. Schaefer, how many you got going on tomorrow?
3.
Awesome. Yeah. So anyway, Andrea, just rock it. Just go for it. Don't wait. Just
I
saying.
didn't send out any samples, catalogs, nothing.
Okay,
I mean, Angie did 8,500 in January.
that's awesome.
So it works. I do send out a few things, but two flat samples, but there's no right or wrong way, you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to start doing it again.
Yeah, I like to get one. Anyway, all right. So we can debrief at the end if we need to, Andrea. But let's keep going. I just want to tell you, Lead Strong. I know many of you here on this call participated or paid, and don't feel bad if you haven't watched it all. Some of you that watched it all, like me, might want to go back and watch some things more because it's so good and the handouts are available. Remember, there's the Jill Challenge. If you participated or registered for Lead Strong, does anybody remember what the Jill Challenge is? Anybody want to shout out?
Is it sponsoring, like however many that you sponsor, and if they like do 250, you get 25. If they do 500, you get 50
That's right, Andrea.
between now and the 28th or something?
Yes, that's because there's only 28 days in February. So yeah, Andrea, it's a challenge for the month of February, and I have it up on my thing. We have till March 31st, Andrea and gang.
Okay.
Up till March 31st to either get to 250 or 500.
Oh,
And
cool.
you earn that extra money. So who do you know that would want to earn some extra money on the side and have a fun side gig? So that's the Jill Challenge, open to all that attended Lead Strong. I don't know if you guys looked at your message center later today, but there's a really good special on Vistaprint. Did anybody see what that is?
I did it.
I didn't.
Who did it?
And there's new clothes, all kinds of new clothes.
Is that Anna?
Yep,
Tell
it's
us,
me.
tell us what it says. I mean, just tell us what it is. It's like a big special.
Yeah. It said if you were a Lead Strong attendee, you could get up to 50% off your order.
And did you notice the marketing materials?
I think it's
Yes.
50% off everything.
It says,
There is new magnetic business cards.
I think that sounds like a hit. I also like the note cards. Did you see like the thank you note cards that I'm like, did anybody see the price? I didn't.
I just ordered them. They were inexpensive. I think it was 50 for like $20 or something, and then they were half price.
What?
Everything's half price.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you guys, that is some of the perks that you get from going to Lead Strong. Party Palooza is the end of July, those kind of things. So, you know, even though you're spending $49 or $99, it's the training, the camaraderie, and then there's little Jill challenges and little extra special perks. So anyway, wanted you to see that. Okay, well, time is ticking. So we are going to go into our topic for the day or for the week, and it's fundraising. Raise your hand if you've done fundraising with Tastefully Simple. I'm just curious, how many here? Yeah, so a nice handful. That's awesome. Or maybe some of you would like to do fundraising. And Barbara, before you share your success, I just wanted to let me ask you this. How many of you, raise your hand if you read the newsletter that I send out? Oh, thank you. Sometimes I'm wondering, I think yeah. Okay, so in the newsletter this past month or that you just got, I talked about fundraising and I talk about really three things: why, who to connect, and how. So just before Barbara gets on and I tell you more about the tactical part, like how I do it, why would you want to fundraise? I mean, for most people, it's a great way to give back, which of course it is. A great way to give back to your community. It's a great way to help somebody raise money, right? So you're giving back, but you're helping them with a really easy fundraiser. And then, you know, selfishly, I shouldn't say it that way, but it's also a great way for you to connect with people that you normally wouldn't connect with. And guess what? They're now in your address book. So it's just such a win-win situation. How do you do fundraisers, or who do you reach out to? I know I was talking to somebody the other day and they're like, oh, I'm going to send out some letters. And it's like, you know what? I would start with your warm market. And you know what warm market means? People you know. So if you sat down and thought, who do I know that needs to raise money? Here's some examples of what I started out with. My kids went to St. Mary's School in Breckenridge, Minnesota, a private school. Okay, they need to raise money. My kids were in the youth group at St. Mary's. They needed to raise money. My daughter went to UND. When she was getting her master's, her PT, whatever it was called, needed to raise money. And I still do fundraisers with them every year, even though she probably graduated from there, I don't know, 4 years ago. My kids went to Washington, D.C. In our neck of the woods, it's called Close Up. So I help them raise money. I'm into sports. I know people that have traveling basketball teams. I've helped them raise money. So you get what I'm saying. Who do you know in your circle of friends and family that needs to raise money? My one friend who's the coach of the, I don't know, 5th grade traveling girls basketball team, I thought she was brilliant. She said to each of the team members, and there's 10 of them, you each, to the parents, you each need to get a minimum of 5 orders. So she set that standard, and her fundraiser was, they sold over 2,000. So I give 25%, and they got a check for, anybody know what that would be? Yeah, $500. 25% of $2,000 is $500. She was tickled pink. She was like, that's the easiest fundraiser I've ever done. I can give 25% because I always hit 40%, but you could always do a sliding scale. And you could also be strategic. If you're going to do a fundraiser in February, well, maybe that's the month that you do some other online parties so you can hit a bigger percentage. So anyway, that's who to contact. I wouldn't mass mail a bunch of letters out to people you don't even know personally. I would start with your warm market. Okay, now we're going to talk about how to do a fundraiser. And I'm going to give myself a moment to stop talking. So I would like Barbara to share with you. Barbara, why don't you share your fundraiser, who you're doing it with, and how you're doing it? Would you mind?
Sure, no problem.
All right.
So my January wasn't very full. Actually, it was empty. I'd had a couple of parties fall through and I was pretty discouraged. But I had seen the article in the Buzz, the monthly Buzz, about the gal who had done the fundraiser for the maternity department ward of the hospital, and they used the baby bunts. So, and then Angie brought it up to show it to me too, about the same, within a day or so. And so we got talking about it a little bit and decided to take a stab at that for our local hospital. Didn't do it for just maternity. We just did it for the nursing staff, because oftentimes stuff will go to the RNs and then the medication aides and the CRNs, and some of those don't get the same thing. So we just said nursing staff so it wouldn't get limited. And I am only been in this community for 4 years. And since I've been sick for about 2 of it, I probably have very little community presence. So it was really great. Amy Rutland's husband is an ER nurse. I think he actually took care of me when I was in. And she asked if she could join. And I was very thankful because she's really savvy online and she's got a big community presence. And so what we did is first Angie and I, Schaefer and I had talked about doing the baby bump. I'm so glad we didn't because it ran out and we would have been up a creek. We ended up, this is the last week and it's basically packaging up. I'm delivering hopefully Thursday afternoon. My last shipment isn't here yet. It's supposed to get here Thursday morning. So I'll be bagging up at the last minute. We took the beer bread here, sorry. And we put the dip mix inside the bag. I don't like it on the outside of the bag. I'm always afraid it's gonna get torn off. Something's gonna happen to it. So then we took, I've got kids' Valentines that I punched a hole in. And then just put some curly ribbon on top. And inside we put our business cards. And I don't like having extra stuff left over that I haven't pushed out the door. So if when you joined, anybody that's new, when you joined and you had the $99 kit, you were given the invites. I can't see if you can see that or not. But anyways, they're the trifolds or whatever little booklets. I'm sticking my leftover ones in the bags so that I don't waste them. Amy and I haven't had a chance to talk. I think we're right about 175. We may push 200 by Thursday.
Yeah, I have more coming to you, Barbara. They're coming this
I know.
week.
Yeah. So Amy, explain what you've done because you've actually had more success than I have. Together, we've been a great team.
I have as Barbara said, my husband is actually, he's not in the ER, but he has worked in the ER and filled in there. He's an ICU nurse at the hospital. My mom also worked in the OR for 25 years at the hospital. So when I reached out just to family and friends, I haven't had a lot of time to reach out to like businesses and things like that, but my family and friends of my mom's and things like that have just pitched in. And I think I raised $700 from family and friends. And then I turned it into one of my parties that I had just like a mystery host and was able to get $1,000 worth to give back. So.
Oh, you guys.
Awesome.
That's fantastic. Barbara, did you want to say anything else or?
No, since I don't have a big presence in the community, I did something really probably a little weird, but I went in my Facebook to my friends account and you can search your friends by local city and it lists everybody. I picked within a certain range. And if I had planned this out a little bit better, I could have done it farther. But anyways, I friended people that I didn't know and it kind of got passed around and I put it on the county exchange, Madison County Exchange and so forth. So I got I had donations from $100 down to someone asked if they could buy they couldn't afford much, but they donate for just the dip. Every little bit helps, I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Amy, did you want to add anything? Otherwise, I'm going to open it up for questions for you too.
Nope, I think I'm good.
Okay, great job, Amy. I'm glad you joined us. Way to partner together. Anybody have any questions for these two gals?
So I have a question. So you asked for monetary donations and then with the funds that you got, then you bought the beer bread and the dip mix.
Right. So when I do fundraisers, I hardly ever take profit. When I do a fundraiser, I usually take, and this is my personal choice, and I've always done this with whatever company I've been with. I take enough for credit card. Like I take, if it's high enough for 40%, I take 3%, that type of thing. So basically, and Amy and I both decided to do it the same way this time because of what it was for the local hospital. talked with the foundation, and that's one of the things you do have to be careful if you're with any, almost every facility now, whether it's a hospital, nursing home, or whatever. I'm going to approach a local nursing home that someone asked me to do one for. Everything has to be bagged up. It's got to be all bundled up together. You need to contact the foundation. And then what the people are doing is you got to make sure your wording says that they are, they're purchasing it and you're providing the transportation for it. Because it's not truly a donation to the hospital. Otherwise, you get into that 503C business and all that stuff. So you got to word it so that it doesn't come across. None of these organizations, they're nonprofits. They don't want to come across as they are endorsing your business. So at least for our hospital, we weren't allowed to do any publicity ahead of time. Like I was hoping to contact the newspaper just to up the number of people that would donate. But they're doing something with us when we bring them in past wise. So either way, it's still going to get your name out. For me, to be honest with you, because I'm not known in the community at all. I see it as a way of picking up names and customers and just having, I mean, I had people join my VIP group and stuff like that.
That's awesome, Barbara. So you guys are going to hit 200. You mean 200 like beer breads and spinach and herb or whatever dip? Is that what you meant? So 200 units. That's awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. Does anybody else have a question for Amy or Barbara?
You have a van big enough to deliver them?
Can I write off the pickup truck now?
Sure. The mileage.
Right.
Well, make sure you take a picture of that, Barbara, and you promote that on your business page or even your personal page and go, wow, look at this. So take advantage of that opportunity to market your giving and your donation. So that's awesome. Last call for any questions for Barbara or Amy. Okay, well then I'm going to share, again, congratulations, you guys. I'm going to share with you a little bit on what, yeah, way to go, you guys.
It's so cool.
That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yay. Okay, and if you do have questions, we can hang out at the end. And if you have more questions for Barbara or Amy, we can talk at the end too. All right, so I want to share with you the folder system I use. And I did put the documents on the team page. I think this morning Jane did that. So I'm going to give you an example of the traveling basketball team, because I bet you guys have traveling basketball teams or a youth group or something in your community where you would actually see these people. So when I do something like that, each player, each student gets a folder, and in the folder, you know, it looks kind of like this: my business card, a catalog or two, the group order form, which again is on the team page, and then 3 ways to sell. So I will set up a Facebook group for that organization with the party link on there. And then it also says, yeah, old style, if they get cash or check, I still take checks. That's called an envelope. And it says make checks out to Sherry Fredericks. And then the I don't want to say form letter, but the cover letter explains to the student or the parent that I do give back 25%, make the checks out to, and, you know, please return payments. I usually do about a 2-week opportunity, 3 weeks depending on payday and all that kind of stuff. And like I said, that one traveling basketball team that did $2,000, most of them were online. I didn't have to submit very many myself, but the coach said, okay, you guys, here's the drill. You each are going to get 5 orders. Because I don't know if you've participated in fundraisers or if you've organized them. You know, you get all excited when there's 25 people and only 10 participate. So a strong why is always a good thing. Now, that example I gave of the UND fundraiser is actually for occupational therapy, whatever, whatever. I did not do this for college students. Shocker. Um, everything was online, and we created I created an event and everything, and that was only like $1,200. But I had done a fundraiser. Oh, from that fundraiser, then I got another fundraiser with the Grand Forks Hockey Club. And they did, I can't remember what they did, but that gal had participated in the other fundraiser. And then she reached out to me and did this additional fundraiser. Now, I give 25% because I still want to, if I'm doing one a month, this is my income, you guys. This is what pays for my home and my cabin. And I still think 25% is still a nice chunk of money, because if you're newer, Tastefully Simple doesn't have a fundraising program like that. 25% is my paycheck. Do you know what I mean? And your paycheck. Now, if you're doing a fundraiser that's, close to your heart and it's your kids' dance club or something, that's your call. But this is a business, and I'm just going to say I wouldn't give more than that on a regular basis, because your time and energy, and of course, the cost of this. So that's how I run it. I'm not saying that's right or wrong, but that's okay. I just wanted to say that. And if you do something different and you're okay with it, that's okay too. So the documents are in the file section. Well, actually, they're probably in the feed, but remember there's a file section on the Dream Achievers page. There's all kinds of information on there. So I invite you to think, who do you know that needs to raise money? And it's really quite fun, and it's a great way to give back. So what questions do you have, if any? Has anybody else done a fundraiser a different way and you want to share with the group?
I'm
So I
actually
do
doing, oh, go ahead.
You're fine.
Go ahead, Amy.
Are you sure? I was just gonna say I'm actually doing one right now that I've been a part of. I know I didn't join Tastefully Simple until September of last year under Angie, but I've always been a part of her Relay for Life group that she does for one of my friends. And so this year she challenged me a little bit to do something different with the girls, because it's always been a struggle to get them to reach out to more of their friends and family and invite them. So I'm trying it. So we'll see what happens. It starts tomorrow, but I am actually giving a beer and a soup mix away to, because there's like 5 to 8 of them that are doing this event. So I'm giving a beer, like a beer bread and a soup mix away for the one who invites the most, that gets the most orders. And then I also decided that we'll also do a drawing for those that do that for like a seasoning, just to try and get them to reach out to more people. So awesome. I'll let you guys know how that goes.
Have they been inviting more, Amy?
They have. They're up to like 25.
All right.
So, and I've got a lot of like, you know what I mean? Like they've actually been, I think there's like 10 or 11 of them that have commented on posts in the last day. So let's hope.
Yeah, good luck, Amy. And I will just add on to that. I didn't share with you, but when I do a fundraiser, you probably think I'm Miss Piggy here, but again, I do want to make some money at this. So the host rewards I keep.
Okay.
You know what that means? So like,
Mm-hmm.
I just have it in the name of the 5th grade traveling basketball team. And then when it's ready to close, then I can send that host reward to me as the consultant. Now,
okay.
You obviously can do something different, but remember then you make a little bit more, or that offsets if you're only making 30% and you can keep the host reward. So it gives you the flexibility. You can do whatever you want, but that I just want you to know you can keep the host rewards, and that's an okay thing.
Sometimes I'll even, if there's any paper orders, like Relay always had them, I would actually use those as a host reward and deliver, send it to them. Yeah. If you can, if it works out that way. Because I usually, Amy, it was such a small fundraiser that I actually gave more profit away than I actually made. but I just kind of did it for him because I've always, and so that was my way of breaking even. But you're gonna get it huge.
Well, I kind of followed what you've done in the past because Amber's, been friends with me for 8 years too. So, but she also mentioned that they're not in the office anymore. She's still been at home as long as I have. So she said they didn't want any catalogs this year. So they just want to do it online. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good luck, Amy. Report back.
I will.
Report back to us. Anna, did you want to add something?
I was gonna say, what I've done with the few that I've done is I do a sliding scale. So anything at $499 or less, they get 20%, and then 500 or more, I give them 25, just to kind of help encourage to get up to that amount.
Yep. There's nothing wrong with that. Again, we're business owners, so be smart about what you do. So yeah.
Yes.
Good.
And then, so I have 3 potential fundraisers in the works right now. And what I did is I have a lot of, like tonight I was just at a 5th grade boys basketball game, so that's one of them. But what I did is I kind of looked at my Facebook page, and a lot of people that I'm closer friends with, their kids are back to playing in sports, or they're back to playing hockey, or doing their dance competitions, or the recital that they haven't been able to do for 6 or 8 months. And so I just, I sent a private message and just opened up a conversation that way, that it's so great to see the kids back practicing and having fun. And then like the couple with the hockey is like, I can't imagine having the expense for the gear and not being able to use it, just kind of seeing where it would go. And as the conversation evolved, then I threw out that I'd be interested in helping with a fundraiser, because I think it's great to be able to see the kids being able to do things, but also that this year I made it a goal to try and give back more to the community. So right now I have one out potentially with some of the youth with the Alec hockey team, and a dance group in Alexandria as well. So like Sherry said, start with the people that you know, your hot market, and go from there. But that was kind of, it helped jog my mind as I was looking through it. I'm like, oh, these people have kids in it. And the Just for Kicks dancing, I think I had 20 friends that had their kids there a week ago dancing, and I'm like, oh, they might all support it. And so I just picked like 2 or 3 with each group and kind of started the conversation that way. So if you're trying to think, who do I know that might have kids or friends doing things, that's where I got some of the ideas from. I tried like the healthcare worker one, like Barb and Amy did, and that did not go well for me. So we're going to try the sports one and see how that goes.
Yeah. And it's just like booking parties. You're going to have to be okay with no, which I know you are, Anna. And sometimes it's no, not right now, but maybe down the road. Sometimes, with school districts, it's like they have to okay it with the school board. So, it's not always that immediate yes, but you follow up and you'd be amazed. And then once you get in, then you'll be able to do it year after year. So awesome. Okay, well, I always like to keep these calls to about a half hour. So I'm just going to wrap up with taste and trends. And then if you need to stick on or want to stick on, you can. But I want to remind you that we are having a Taste and Trends open to our team on February 27th from 9:30 to noon. Yes, it's Zoom, so it is virtual. And watch for registration on the team page. And when you register, and it's free, by the way, but when you commit, your name is going to go into a drawing for the hot seat prize. And this year, the hot seat prize for starting out is the new freezer to oven meal kit. And I will be mailing that to you if you've registered, committed, and you show up at 9:30, because that, or whatever time we start, is the hot seat prize. And then I'll ship that right to your door. So I don't know about you guys, but I am so excited about the freezer to oven meal kit. I just am so excited about that. So anyway, invite your team, watch for it on the team page or in your email. So thank you for joining us. I'm going to stop the recording.